How did you become an adult film star? You like walking down the road one day and decide, you know what?
That's a good question. How did I become an adult film actress?
And why?
Well, I was always really interested in modeling. And when the show The Girls Next Door came out on E, I saw the show and I was probably like 17 years old and I was like, that's what I want to do. And I think it's probably the same feeling that, you know, a guy has when he sees like Tom Brady playing football. It's kind of what I felt. I was like, I want to be modeling and I want to be up at the Playboy Mansion.
How old were you when you first got into it?
I was almost 22 years old.
Okay.
Well, when I started making adult films,
Right.
but I probably started modeling around like 21.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen any of your films or anything.
Oh, okay.
So you like get naked and have sex with guys and all that? Are
Not
you doing all
now. I am in a monogamous relationship, and my partner that I've been with for a year, he just didn't really feel comfortable with me making adult films with men anymore. So now on occasion I'll shoot for my website, tosharain.com, and then that's about it. I'll shoot girl or solo stuff on there, and then I own all my content from like years prior.
Oh,
So
I
it's
see.
still up there and I make revenue on it.
So at one point you were having sex with men, different men, right?
Yeah, I was having sex with different men.
How many men have you had sex with? If you, all the years put together, how many men have you had sex with?
Well, I haven't been counting, but
Is it too many to count?
I wouldn't say there's too many to count. I would say that because I treat my job just like any other job,
Right.
I'm not like tallying. I
Oh,
guess
I got
it's
you.
like if you work at McDonald's, you're probably not tallying the days you've worked at McDonald's and how many things you've
How many
done.
burgers you're making?
Right. So
Yeah.
for me, although I did not ever work consecutively, like day to day, it was more of like, I can just shoot when I want to shoot, or if I'm lucky enough to get a booking. I never counted my partners because I didn't think it was super important, but I think that if I go online, I could probably
Oh, okay.
figure it out. But I've had probably more partners than most people on film, but in my personal life, I'm not that spontaneous.
Are you surprised? You say you with one man now, right? You have a boyfriend.
I do, yeah.
Are you surprised that there's a man out there that will want to be with you after all this?
No, why do you ask that?
Because I can't imagine being with a woman that slept with so many men.
Well, how do you know who the woman you're dating with has slept with?
But you're on film.
Oh, so it's like a proven thing. So it's not like, oh, she could be lying. It's
Right.
like, oh, it's on.
Yeah, if I see
you have
some
to
woman
be
on
really
film-
confident. That's the thing. So not every man is really confident. My partner is very confident. He's beautiful and he's smart, and I think he just like knows that I'm his, and so he doesn't feel threatened.
And it doesn't bother him that you've slept with all these other men?
Not to my knowledge. I
okay.
hope that he has slept with lots of women because.
Oh, you hope so?
Yeah, because you want to have a partner, at least for me, I want to have a partner that's experienced in the bedroom, that isn't going to have a wandering eye because they haven't experienced other partners. A lot
Oh,
of
I
the time,
see.
if people haven't been with other people, they get into a monogamous relationship and then they cheat. And I don't want that either. So I
Right.
think because we're both experienced and we're both confident, it's a good pair. But obviously, if it wasn't, we wouldn't be together.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Are you a Christian?
I'm not a Christian, but I do believe in God.
You do?
Yeah.
And what do you, if you can imagine what God think about what his daughter is doing, how do you think God feel about that?
Well, the God that I believe in accepts people for who they are, and if they don't cause harm to other people, I think that God would accept me.
So he wouldn't want you to overcome that and stop doing it?
Well, no, I don't think there's anything innately wrong about making adult film. And also, I'm not performing currently with men, but if I was, I don't feel like God judges. He doesn't do that.
Have you ever performed with women?
Yeah, I
Woman to
perform
woman?
with women now, yeah.
Are you doing this with women?
I do make films with women, yeah.
You have sex with them?
I do have sex with them.
You
yeah.
have sex with woman on woman thing?
I sure do.
What? That's amazing. And so are you a lesbian? Lesbian?
I'm a bisexual.
So you go with both ways?
I mean, not so much in my personal life, but on film, I definitely act with women and I enjoy it.
So let me ask, you're a feminist, am I right?
Correct.
How do you define feminism?
That's a great question. I think I would define my version of feminism is having the right to do what I want with my body when I want and being able to be on the same playing field as men. That would be my version.
Can you define, because I hear it a lot, female empowerment? What is that?
What is female empowerment?
Yes.
I guess it would depend on the context in which you're looking at it through. But just as a basic general term, I would say giving women more power and making them more equal to men in a world that is patriarchal.
Who is giving them the power to be more equal to men?
Well, hopefully themselves, but also other men too, because we need the support of men in order to be equal.
What do you think of the Me Too movement?
I think it's awesome.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
And what effing awesome about it?
Well, for the first time in a long time, I feel like women can speak their truth and the shame has been lifted because prior to the Me Too movement, when women spoke out about sexual assault and sexual harassment at the workplace, at home, in their world, there was a lot of shame associated with it.
Right.
But now that everyone is open and allowed to speak out, it's lifting that shame and it's making women feel empowered. Back to your first question.
But if you notice, I don't know how much you know about it, but if you notice the women who are part of the Me Too movement, they're like the kind of women you don't want anyway, you know, and they're kind of, you can't trust them. They seduce the men, and once they get mad at the men, then they accuse the men of raping them or sexual assault and all that crap.
I don't think any of that is true. I think that's a very shady opinion.
They seem to be very insecure women too, to say that, you know, to come out against men.
I think they're very powerful, confident women, and they're clearly threatening you. So I think they're doing the right thing.
Would a powerful woman come out and complain that she had sex with a man?
How would they complain that they were raped and assaulted?
Yeah, they pretended that they were raped.
Why would you think that somebody would want to pretend that they have been sexually abused?
Well, because women hate
Women don't
men.
do that. Women speak the truth. And men, unfortunately,
When the last time you
have
saw a woman
internalized misogyny. And
when
I
the last
think you have
time you
too.
saw a woman that speaks the truth?
Every day, all day.
Really?
Yeah.
So you really think that those women in the so-called Me Too movement are speaking the truth?
Absolutely. I'm in the Me Too movement.
Oh,
and
you're a
you
part
and I
of it?
are getting along just well. Just
You a part
fine.
of this movement?
Yeah. Hell
How
yeah.
did you become you're a porn queen. How did you become a Me Too movement person?
What is the correlation there?
Because you're freely having sex with men, right?
No, I have sex under my terms for my movies that I own, negotiated
But I mean, you're
with my
doing
agent.
what you want to do by having sex with
Right,
men,
I have consent over my body when I want to perform. When I don't want to perform, right now I'm in a monogamous relationship with my boyfriend. Before I was a model on set through Cal OSHA, all regulated, and I don't know. I see no correlation between that and then not being a part of the Me Too movement. I'm a part of the Me Too movement because I'm a woman.
But what were you?
All women
What do
should
you
be.
have to complain about? You having sex with men freely.
Oh, because just like any other community, the adult industry is not somehow exempt from sexual harassment or assault on set. Happens everywhere.
How can you sexually harass or assault a woman that's into
Well,
porn?
if you tried, I'd call the cops right now on you and you'd be taken away to prison because we're all on film.
But
That's
let's
how
say
it
that-
works.
Let's say that you and I are up at the house. What's the name of the house? What's the guy named?
Oh, at the Playboy Mansion?
Yeah, let's say you and I are up at the Playboy Mansion.
Okay.
You're doing your thing with the guys and we're into it, you and I. How can I sexually harass you when that's all it's about is sex?
Well, if I've consented and there's no rape or sexual harassment, then there's no rape or sexual harassment, but that's not what we're talking about. If you raped or you assaulted me, it's rape or assault no matter who you are. I don't see a difference, and neither does anybody else or the legal system. So,
Really?
correct.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Do you love the president?
No.
You don't love Donald Trump?
Do you?
Yes.
Oh,
He's
wow.
the greatest thing since apple pie.
I think you're kidding.
No.
This has to be
I call him the
next.
Great White Hope. Why don't you love him?
Oh, I keep thinking you're saying the Great White Hoax.
Hope.
Hope? Oh, okay.
Why don't you love him?
Why don't I love him?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a myriad of reasons why I don't love him, but I would say he's not qualified to be the president, and so for that, I just don't think he deserves the position. Any sort of sexual offender shouldn't be the president of the United States.
Why do you say he's not qualified? What is it about him that makes him unqualified to be president?
So like I said, anybody that has any sexual offender charges against them should not be the president of the United States. It's
So
not a
just because
position for
someone
him.
said it, that made him guilty.
Well, it wasn't someone. It was many, many women.
Just because women said it, many women said it, that should make him guilty.
Absolutely.
So if someone says something about you with no proof, everyone should assume you're guilty.
Well, they have lots and lots and lots of proof from everything from witnesses to on camera and on record recordings. But because he's the president of the United States, it's really difficult to fight that battle. But I would definitely say if people had proof of something that I did, then yes, that would be real. And they have
So
proof.
they assume that you're guilty without the proof, just because
They do
someone
have
else
proof.
said it.
They do have proof.
Stormy Daniel, so you're not answering that question. Do you need not just
am.
someone else's word, but if
Oh,
someone
okay.
said it, should you just believe them because they said it?
I think in regards to sexual assault and harassment, because there are incidents where cameras aren't often involved, it's
Right.
difficult to have the proof, and so therefore, yes, I believe all women.
So I'm encouraging men to go out and just say that women rape them and sexually harass them.
Oh,
Should the
wild.
women be assumed guilty just because the men are now going to start saying it?
Well, because our genders are not quite equal here in the United States of America, it wouldn't really work that way.
And why not?
Well, just like how Black people were once enslaved as actual slaves and property here in the United States,
Right.
women were once property as well. And so because of that gender inequality, sexual assault and sexual harassment doesn't exactly work the same way as it does with women, as it does with men.
So it's not true that women were property, but let's say that women were property at one
It
time.
is true. That's a historical
So
fact.
are you saying that women should be allowed to just lie on men because they were property at one time?
Oh, absolutely not. But no judge is going to believe that a bunch of women are going out and taking the majority advantage of men in regards to sexual assault and
I know
sexual
of so many
harassment.
cases where women have gone to these bars or to the clubs or to the man's home and got him drunk and had
Okay.
sex with him. And then she went and lied and said he raped her. She was too drunk to know it.
Well,
and
how would
she
you
has
know? 'Cause
taken
were you
advantage-
in the bedroom?
I
Were you
believe the
there?
man. I believe the man
believe
because
the
he
man 'cause
said
you're a
it.
man.
He said it.
Interesting. Well,
Right?
teach their own.
That's
I
what
mean,
they're
I don't
doing with the
believe
women.
that, but I
thing.
could see how you would.
That's what they're doing with the women thing. The women are just saying it
Why would a woman just say that they were sexually harassed or assaulted? Sir?
because they hate. Well,
Because they hate men.
they hate men and they want money.
But
If
I
the
don't
man-
hate men,
if
and
the-
I don't need any money.
if the men
and I
have
was
money-
sexually harassed, and I don't think that there's any
You
correlation.
were sexual. Oh, okay.
We already talked about that.
I want
on
to.
set.
Yeah, I want to go back to that.
Yeah.
Let me ask. So now that men are going to start accusing women, is
Well,
that
let's
fair?
first of all get it clear. Men can be sexually harassed and assaulted by women.
Yes.
That does happen.
all the time.
Not all the time. So 1% out of the 100%,
Oh, no.
99%,
I got a surprise.
woman is a victim.
No.
Absolutely. That's
No.
a statistical fact. Yeah. It happens, but it's very
So
rare.
should men be believed just because they said it?
It depends on the case.
My heart goes out to the women of your liberal thinking because they're going to end
I'm
up.
not even that liberal.
I mean, feminist thinking.
Oh, okay.
They're going to end up old and lonely and saggy with no children, no man, no nothing.
But what about me? I have such an awesome man.
But you're not old and saggy yet.
I am older.
How old are you?
30.
You're 30?
I sure am.
Amazing. Are you going to get married and have children?
Yeah.
Oh,
You're killing me
I am why?
because you're kind of funny.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I've heard that before.
No, okay.
So listen, I want you to know you guys need to cut this out because the ladies are going to end up old and lonely and fat. And
You women need to cut what out?
all this false accusation against men and
First of all, what's wrong
all
with
these
being
crazy
alone?
laws. A woman does not like to be alone.
Oh, I like to be
That's
alone.
because you haven't been alone yet.
What?
Yeah, you
Oh, I
haven't
have been alone. I enjoy my alone time
No, I mean when no one wants you.
when nobody wants me.
Because there will come a day when men will not want a woman like that. You can't trust.
Well, I've never heard of that day coming, but the reckoning is coming.
Let's talk about politics. Are you conservative or liberal?
It just depends on the situation. I'm neither, but I am a registered Democrat,
And
if that makes sense.
Is it true that you vote for crooked line Hillary? You voted for her?
I don't know what you're talking about, but I did vote for Hillary Clinton.
Crooked line Hillary?
No, don't remember that before.
You trust Hillary?
I sure do.
And how do you feel that she stayed with Bill Clinton after he was accused of
Yeah, marriage
rape?
is complicated.
How do you feel about Hillary staying with a man that was accused of raping and sexual harassment?
It's not great that he did that, but I don't think it reflects on her.
How do you feel about Hillary staying with a man who was accused of sexual harassment and raping and all that?
I feel like I respect Hillary Clinton, and if that was her choice as a wife and a mother, then that was her choice, and I respect that.
But how can she pretend to be a part of the so-called women's movement, whatever they call themselves, when she is living with a man that been accused of that?
Well, when it comes to gender,
Isn't that a little hypocritical?
when it comes to gender and race, things are not black and white. It can get very complex. And so, sometimes you're a woman in a position of power and something happens like that to you, but you still want to stand up for women. It doesn't take away your desire to help women.
But how can you trust Hillary in the Me Too movement when she's living with a man who was accused of what you guys are complaining about?
Because a lot of people are in a position in society that they didn't necessarily choose for themselves. And so they're just trying to do their best with what they've got.
So is she so weak that she can't get away and survive on her own?
No, not at all.
She
Just
need
people
Bill
are
Clinton?
surviving in different ways.
She need Bill. I thought women were strong.
Women are strong.
Then why is she staying with Bill?
Well,
I rest my case.
She is a good wife and a mother, and that's her choice.
I
It
can
doesn't
think of many
affect
things to
anything.
call Hillary. Good wife and mother is not one.
Well, I agree to disagree with you.
Oh, so do you see why men would see that you guys are hypocrites?
No, I don't.
Because you support Hillary Clinton, who supported a man who was accusing of that, because Hillary is in a position of so-called power. So, okay, Hillary, you can live with your molester, but you can go out and attack other men.
Listen, nobody's perfect, and we're all just doing the best we can do.
That's the best that women can do.
The best that Hillary can do is just being her awesome self. Yeah.
Lying, crooked Hillary is awesome.
I don't think she's either of those things.
So let me ask, being a feminist, do you think pornography degrades women?
I think some pornography degrades some women. I think some entertainment
So
degrades
that's
some
interesting.
men.
There's a debate raging right now online about access to pornography. Little boys are watching it. They could be on their phones or they could be on their computer, whatever, and it just pop up. And 9 out of 10 boys, by the time they were a certain age, when they were in their youth, have seen pornography. Do you think they should ban pornography from cell phones, from social media?
I think it should be a lot harder to access adult content.
Yeah.
I think technology and developers and people that specialize in computer software and parents and all of that need to be 100 times more protective of what their child sees. I absolutely agree with that.
And do you think hardcore porn should be illegal?
Well, you'd have to define hardcore porn.
Kind of what you've been doing.
Well, I obviously wouldn't find that to be something that should be illegal if it's my career.
But should that be illegal for the internet?
It should be illegal for children, which it is, and parents should do a better job of making sure they have the appropriate software, and developers should make it a lot harder, and the government should care about piracy and about paywalls and all of the things that
But
would
should
benefit
it be illegal
adults.
for the makers of this stuff to put it on the internet?
Well, absolutely not.
Hardcore porn.
I'm a maker of hardcore adult content, and I would never vote against myself.
Because you're doing this. It reminds me of Hillary Clinton. She's living with a man that was accused of rape, so she's not going to do anything about that. So
I think
likewise,
these
you
two
don't
examples
think,
are greatly different. I don't even see a correlation.
likewise, because you've done a hardcore porn, you don't think it should be illegal to post it on the net, right?
I don't think that should be illegal for adults to assume adult content.